It's been laying in the ice box for a few days. Chop the meat up fine, season it highly, stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. When they're done, cut them in two. Serve them on the half shell just like that. Serve them in slices when company calls. The more company you have, the thinner you cut the slices. If your mother-in-law calls, give her a beak piece like that. Now, the second tool in the set is known as the garnishing knife. Everything you cut with this must come out fancy. Watch this, please. You cut down, you turn the potato, and then you cut through the edge. First one way, and then the other. Sweet potatoes cut like this. Drop them into a little batter of pancake flour and fry them. When they're golden brown, sprinkle molasses on them. Serve them with strips of bacon for breakfast. Why, they're delicious. Here's beets, you pickle them, and carrots, you steam or cream them. In making the original French fried potato, cut them in thick slices. Put them one on top of each other. Cross-cut the slices, and you'll never eat a French fry any other way. The potatoes cut like this will not absorb the fat because they're garnished around. Pineapples cut for your pineapple and cheese salad, cut them the same way. Here is one, and this is a dandy. Cuts any thickness or any size. Open it for a thick slice, close to the top for a thin slice. Saratoga chips, you can make them for 3 or 4 pennies a pound. Just pull the blade towards you like this. If you want the slices thicker than this, open the blade, there's a thick slice. Shoestrings for your Friday fish dinner, cut them down like this. Chop them up for your vegetable soup. What this knife is really intended for is for cutting the cabbage. You know the old-fashioned board, how you rip and tear, sometimes nipping the ends off your fingers. Lay it flat and pull it lightly towards you over the cabbage. The weight of the knife across the cabbage is all that's necessary. Why, ladies, when you get slaw cut as fine as this, you'll certainly appreciate eating it. The crowning feature of the set is the cutter that I'm going to show you now. This is known as the Champeen Vegetable Mincing Knife and Noodle Cutter. Now, when you want to make some real fine noodles at home, you roll the dough out like this. Dip this into a little flour so it doesn't stick to the dough, and as you roll it over the dough, that will cut the noodles in long strips, 10 at a time. Did you ever try to chop up a little nuts for cake? Why, I've seen ladies chop nuts and the nuts land up on the ceiling. Sometimes you chop the ends off your fingers. When you want to chop up a little nuts for cake, cooked meat, clams for chowder, soup greens to throw into your soup, making a little pepper or chicken hash is just a few strokes rolling it up and down. Why, here is without a doubt the meanest thing in the world to cut parsley. Put that in a grinder, you really grind it too fine. This machine, instead of crushing the parsley, cuts it quick, clean, and dry, leaving every bit of the juice and every bit of the flavor. Now, to clean this machine, you press the button. Rinse it out in a little water. When you're through using it, hang it up and let it dry. Here's one here that every lady should have in her home, known as the Parisian scoop. You lay it flat, once to the right, once to the left. When you scoop them out, you'll get a perfect round little ball. You can pot roast these, cut them out of cheese or cut them out of butter. When you're serving a fruit cocktail in the summertime, take your fresh cantaloupe, scoop them out like this, mix them with apples, pears, and watermelons, makes a delicious fruit cocktail served with a little cracked ice like you see here. But here is a tool, ladies, if you ever do get it, you'll thank the day you've seen this demonstration. When you press, it locks. It's like a pair of human hands. Reach in the oven and take the biscuits out of the oven. Ever take the hot potatoes out of the oven and burn yourself on the elbow? A roast chicken out of the oven, a piece of meat out of the pot, spinach, asparagus out of the water, why around canning season when you're preserving the fruits, to take the hot fruit jars out of the water like that, that machine is worth dollars to you. And here's another one that I really know you'll enjoy having in your kitchen, known as the safety grater. No doubt you're familiar with the old-fashioned grater. I've seen ladies take a grater and rip the knuckles off. When you want to grate up potatoes for delicious potato pancakes, this has a smooth, flat edge, impossible to cut yourself. Just like you were washing clothes, you rub it up and down, and you really grate your vegetables real fine, retaining all the flavors and all the juices. Breadcrumbs for when you're serving veal cutlets or anything like that. You want a little breadcrumbs to fry your fish in? Why, there's the greatest proposition in the world. Use that for coconut, cheese, or horseradish. When you're through with it, just hit it down like that. That knocks all the food out. Rinse it out in a little water and hang it up and let it dry. Now, here is a stone made of carborundum and sapphire quartz, which is made purposely to keep these knives sharp. When they get dull, a few strokes over the edge like this, and you can put a keen cutting edge on it. If you have a dull knife or a dull pair of scissors, an old sickle or a scythe, a lawnmower, cleaver, an axe, there's a tool that will really put an edge on the knife so the knife will really cut for you. I just want to give you an idea of how sharp that knife really is when you sharpen it with that stone. Ladies, I've seen some of you try to open up cans. Now, there's a can of Campbell's baked beans. I've seen ladies open up a can and you poke a hole in it, go round the top, hippity-hop, and your finger slips. Let me show you a real proposition. Look, lay it on the can, lift up the safety, and turn the key. That locks itself on the can. No harder than you were winding up your watch. Wind up the key and that'll cut the top off of the can slick and smooth. Notice how the end raises itself up in the air so you can lift the lid off, giving you a clean, smooth edge. Now that can be used for sardine cans, square cans, or round cans, exactly the same way. Now this tool here, my dear friends, needs no introduction. This will save you on an average of $20 to $30 every year you use it as a peeling knife. Here's a grater for cheese, coconut, or horseradish, a fish scaler for scaling your fish, and when you're coring your apple, it's just a slight twist of the wrist, and there's the apple core. There's one more tool that I want you to see, and I want you to watch this one very closely. Many a times when you're baking a pie, you have a pudding in the oven. I've seen ladies wrap a towel around your hand, and many a times you burn your fingers. Hook this onto the pot like this and lift the hot pots off the top of the stove. You've got a pie pan in the oven, catch a hold of the pie pan like this. Why, you couldn't get it off with a team of horses. This will positively lift 100 pounds. There's a pail of water weighs 50 or 60 pounds. That's the way you pick it up. But there's one more tool. I'll be all through and I'll be finished. Oh, now the next tool and the last one is what they call the Sarah Bernhardt cutter. This was invented by the head chef of the Imperial Hotel in the city of Berlin, Germany. You place the screw into the center of the vegetable. Twist the vegetable until the threads catch a hold, then you wind the side. You keep winding until you utilize the whole potato. The faster you turn, the quicker the slices. Why, ladies, here's a machine for slicing onions. The first onion that you slice with this cutter, you'll bless the day you've got a hold of it. Every slice cut exactly the same thickness. Every slice cut the same size. In making what they call a rosette, pull the vegetable out like this. Pin the ends together with a toothpick. Drop that potato into the hot fat and fry it. That will come out like a donut, golden brown. If you're serving a nice fish dinner, a little parsley goes in the center with the fish all around it, makes a very appetizing dish. Did you ever try to slice onions with a knife? You know how you get one thick slice and one thin slice? Run the knife through the center. That will separate each slice individual. Almost like magic, there is every slice cut exactly the same thickness and the same size. Wouldn't you like to have a set like this in your kitchen? Why, of course you would. Now don't forget, attend this theater every week and receive this 12-piece fascinating... Ladies and gentlemen, the management of this theater takes great pleasure in making this announcement. To each lady attending this theater each week, will receive absolutely free a fascinating 12-piece kitchen cutlery set, one piece each time. It is really interesting and amazing to know how you can prepare your meals in an appetizing and pleasing manner. There's an old saying, and a true one, that what is pleasing to the eye is bound to be pleasing to the appetite. I'm going to demonstrate this set to you, and I want you to watch it very closely. The first cutter that I'm going to show you, now this first one is known as the Parisian cutter. Wind it through the potato like a corkscrew. When the cutter appears on the opposite side, pull the cutter out. Place the handle in the center and twist it out. This is what they call a French curl. When you fry these, they come out like donuts, nice and brown. Serve them with your steaks or pot roast them. Unwind it, there's two curls out of the one potato. Tomorrow morning for breakfast, wind a little strip of bacon around the potato and serve them with bacon and eggs. They're delicious. Different colored vegetables, wind them together and you get the two colors. Here's a little trick cut. Split the curl halfway through the center. If you're making a shrimp salad and you happen to run short of shrimp, mix these in with the regular shrimp. Upon my word, you couldn't tell the difference until you start to eat them. Now the rest of the potato, you stuff it. We'll call this a little chicken. We'll call this here some hamburger. You might have a little meat that's been laying in the ice box for a few days. Chop the meat up fine, season it highly, stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. When they're done, cut them in two. Serve them on the half shell, just like that. Serve them in slices when company calls. The more company you have, the thinner you cut the slices. If your mother-in-law calls, give her a big piece like that. Now the second tool in the set is known as the garnishing knife. Everything you cut with this must come out fancy. Watch this, please. You cut down, you turn the potato, and then you cut through the edge. First one way, and then the other. Sweet potatoes cut like this. Drop them into a little batter of pancake flour and fry them. When they're golden brown, sprinkle molasses on them. Serve them with strips of bacon for breakfast while they're delicious. Here's beets, you pickle them, and carrots, you steam or cream them. In making the original French fried potato, cut them in thick slices. Put them one on top of each other. Cross-cut the slices, and you'll never eat a French fry any other way. The potatoes cut like this will not absorb the fat because they're garnished around. Pineapples cut for your pineapple and cheese salad, cut them the same way. Here is one, and this is a dandy. Cuts any thickness or any size. Open it for a thick slice, close to the top for a thin slice. Saratoga chips, you can make them for 3 or 4 pennies a pound. Just pull the blade towards you like this. If you want the slices thicker than this, open the blade, there's a thick slice. Shoestrings for your Friday fish dinner, cut them down like this. Chop them up for your vegetable soup. What this knife is really intended for is for cutting the cabbage. You know, the old-fashioned...
Hello, everyone. How's everyone's Wednesday going? What's new? What's happening this week? Why am I hearing an echo in my ear? Let me check what we got going here. Let's try that. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Awesome. How's it going, Huberman? Welcome in. Welcome in, Cameron, as well. I think my advice to you is that the perfect time to redeem bad advice when I'm not even able to answer you. Good one on that one. Black garlic tonight. We've got... This is 2 heads... Or... Yeah, 2 heads of garlic that I had around, but I figured that probably wasn't enough for the night, so I had to order more. And so we got... a bit more in the mail earlier. Heat-aged superfood. Black garlic is best appreciated when eaten as is. Just peel and eat. Enjoy this highly sought-after delicacy. $10 jar. It says here that they age it for 90 days in a high heat situation. And this is what we get. We get the Maillard reaction going on. This is, these are just normal cloves. I took the time to clean these earlier to see what they're like, but they're soft. They're completely, like, cooked. It retains all of that funk and good garlickiness to it. Smells almost like a... If you ever condensed balsamic until it was like thick, this is along the lines of that same sort of a smell. It's very complex. You don't want to stop smelling it at the same time. You don't want to... You get tired of it at the same time because it's so overwhelming. But, yeah, so we've got... Those are the more traditional sized garlics. And then we've got this container of... These are more like elephant garlic. Or, oh wow, this whole... It just smells, it just reeks of garlic. But as you can see, as it's dried out, they're actually condensed down. And this looks like this is going to be a heck of a lot easier to peel than those guys. But, yeah, and then it's soft, like... It's not completely... There's a little bit to it still, but it's pretty much completely cooked through. But we're going to put a lid back on that, because like I said, it's an overwhelming smell. It's a good smell, but it's just overwhelms. Actually, it's probably better comparable to truffle, where I like the smell of truffle, but at the same time it overwhelms so quickly. It's so powerful, it's so strong. This is just like that. But actually started killing time here because we need butter to warm up to room temp. I don't think we're going to do that, so we're going to steal use of the microwave here a little bit. We're going to give those 20 seconds in the microwave. We're going to need a bowl. It's a little bit better. A little bit better. Not quite completely there, but it'll do. Good morning, camera. Time to wake up and do your job. I don't know if anyone can tell if the lighting's any different. Anyone's been hanging out here before. But I had this light bulb, which has been flickering on me for the last, I don't know, 2-3 weeks. Finally gave up the ghost. And so I replaced all 3 of these lights with other LEDs that I've had in storage for future use. But we've switched from like blue light to a more yellow light. That's why I replaced all 3. I didn't want one of them being white and the other 2 of them being, or one of them being yellow and the other 2 being white. So we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't affect things like pictures and things like that here in the kitchen. Probably will. Welcome back, Huberman. I'm going to start by mashing all this butter up. Let's get a little music going too. Actually, let's change that. I'm doing pretty good today. Got up first thing and walked to the supermarket and picked up my order I made last night online. And the garlic came early in the day. And it sounded like my neighbors already brought in the... Yeah, my neighbors brought in the trash cans. And don't need to deal with that. And black garlic's an interesting ingredient. They're throwing it in just about everything these days as far as the next new in thing as far as mayo and all that. So we're going to make a little aioli tonight too. Since aioli is sort of like, you're using garlic, you got to make an aioli. So we'll make an aioli a little bit later on. Black garlic aioli. Gonna do black garlic bechamel for our pizzas, and then we'll add some more black garlic on top of that. So heavy black garlic. Gonna do black garlic hot cocoa, but I am starting the night off with black garlic chocolate chip cookies. I'm just working this butter until it's nice and fully malleable. and slightly lightens up a little bit of color, which it already has a little bit. And next we're going to take a bunch of garlic. And these are the smaller cloves that I individually hand peeled earlier today. That was a much bigger project than these. These are going to be easy to peel. These were the good buy. If you want to do, well, I don't know flavor-wise. Flavor-wise, you always want to go with the best flavor. But as far as ease of use, these single clove big buys, they're the good deal. Because I had more traditional style garlic head for these ones. And if you can imagine peeling it when it's all sticky, it's not a fun project. Actually makes peeling regular garlic seem rather easy. Welcome, Bun Buns! We're going to start by just squeezing it out and flatten it out. What's your question, Bun Buns? How you doing tonight? Yeah, this is like a half a head of clove of garlic here. We're going all in for flavor here tonight. It is horrible for my knife. I don't know why I'm sitting there doing that. I always advocate not to do that. That's... half a cafe? Not really. Yeah, it's some interesting stuff. You guys are just joining in. I got these guys, which are more of a traditional garlic, if you remember what garlic cloves are. They're just black. Focus. Focus, camera. Focus. Focus. There we go. And then we got these guys, which were the ones I was waiting for in the mail, which are just big whole one cloves, which peel up looking like that right there. This thing still isn't sticking into my ear after I sat there and carefully tried to change which pieces were on it. It's still slipping. So we'll work the garlic in with our butter. Cream the garlic into our butter for our cookies. So there's going to be that deep, dark garlic flavor. And I was saying before, it's such a potent smell. Like garlic, it's strong and bold, and sort of like, I was also saying, it's sort of like truffle, where I sort of like the smell, but it's so complex and overpowering that it can be too much at the same time. Okay. It is essentially roasted for a long time. These are, as they're sold here, are aged for 90 days. Or cooked for 90 days. So it's extreme long time period, and probably just, I mean, not very warm, probably like 120, 140, something like that. Battle time. That was quick. Let's see if that actually triggered things. No, I don't think it did. There we go. So, as usual, running the ad. I've switched it to 90-second ads because that's supposed to completely redo that. Knock out that pre-roll. Before I was trying to do 60-second ones. I'm just going to finish mixing in this garlic into the butter a little bit here while we wait. Gives me time to have a sip, too. Okay, battle. They took me right out. They had 3 healers there. I don't know if we're going to do this. This might be rough. Oh, we got reinforcements coming to back us up. Victory. Edgy Hercules with the rewards. Kills and assists as well. Ooh, goodies for me. I think we're going to go for the chests. Does mean we have to go for the question mark battle, but oh wells. Put my tank up there. Got a whole bunch of other stuff to fight up here. Rogues, maybe in the center here. And we'll need another tank or something to back up. Keep us from them flanking us. Okay, so butter and black garlic so far. Time to add our sugar. Start by mixing all this in with the butter. We'll do the same with the brown sugar afterward. Cookies, you're doing typically the creaming method, but this is what this is, or this method is mixing our dough is. You start off by working your fats so they're nice and loose, and then you add your sugars in, and you want to completely coat your sugars in your fat before you get into adding your flour or dry goods. I want to make sure that's completely mixed in well. You don't got any spare granules just hanging out by themselves. Got a stand mixer. This makes it much easier. You can just sit it there and let it run a good 5 minutes. Welcome, John. Nice job in the last battle there. Nice, even, full packed cups of brown sugar. Nice, Huberman. Sorry, I missed that message earlier about you getting a mod in a different channel. Again, we'll mix all this sugar in till it's all incorporated with our butter before we move on to the next thing, which will be eggs. Actually, I take that back. Next thing will be salt and then eggs. It's more that I still learning how to keep my track on everything here. I've been doing this for over 2 years, or doing this for over a year and a half now, and still figuring out systems and way to keep track of everything. Someone made pasta at home, and I feel like someone committed arson in the name of it. Well, that only matters if you really care about what is Italian cuisine, because, I mean, what is authentic? I mean, get three grandmothers to agree on anything. Truth is most authentic, it just boils down to some company saying, it's ours. You can't make that, we make that. Stay in my ear. Eggs. And salt. Well, you just called it pasta yourself. The white off of the egg white, or off of the yolk, I think. Completely wrong term there. I wish I had sometime knew actually the different terms for all the different parts of the egg. Guess I filed that under unimportant in life. Little vanilla extract. Down to chocolate chips and flour, I think, here. And baking soda. I've got baking powder instead of baking soda out, too. Going with Guittard. They're semi-sweet. I'm going to save a couple of these for our hot cocoa later. We're going to use the majority of that bag, though. Just a little bit for our hot cocoa. Flour. Give me one moment, Mando. Welcome in. I'm gonna estimate the quarter cup of flour. It's 2 1/4 cups flour. And I'm also gonna eyeball the soda too. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? Other than my earbud that doesn't want to stay in my ear. Doing pretty good. Working on making some chocolate chippers here to start off the day. Should probably get that oven going so that that's ready to roar here. Fan on low. Close the bedroom door so we don't get any smoke alarms going off. Done with you as well. Put the flour away. The baking soda away. We're just going to mix this until this all comes together. Not too far off here now, but I want to make sure we don't have any big clumps of flour hanging out anymore or anything like that. Welcome back, Hoover. So we got our cookie dough. This is looking like quite a bit of cookie dough, but You can almost tell it's in there. It's got a little bit of a darker color to the actual cookie dough. Seems a little dry to me, though. Oh well, we'll go with it. See what we get. Well, I do have an IDMB page. This is technically a TV show. I have a number of old college friends that are on TV. I don't really have a desire to do that. Most of them are supporting companies or something along that line. They don't really... No one's really into TV to be in TV. Just about that, Leo, yeah. It's all spread in with the fat, too, so the flavor's going to be throughout all of them. I'm going to give each of these a little push down. Like tempted to add another stick of butter to the rest of this. And if you notice, I'm using the earbud that I typically don't use tonight, which is why it's giving me issues, as I never really... I don't think I properly set this one up to begin with. The other one didn't charge. Who's news? Definitely not feeling like those charcoal ones that turned into a giant charcoal cookie. Those were good, though. Those were full of butter. Well, happy to have you, Huber. Yeah, Leah, it's yeah. I haven't had a... Well, actually, I've gone on and off having cable TV for the last, 15 years or so now. I didn't have TV when I lived down in LA. I moved up here, and I moved into a different place before I moved here when I was in Northern California. And I've been here, when I first moved in here, I got the whole bundle with the TV and all that when I was here. I've cut the TV back out of it. They made it cheaper for me, and I added it back in again because it was stupid cheap. It was sort of like, why not? And now I've cut it back out again. You got a little bit left over here. I'm not going to do a third tray. That's a bit much. Well, the Australian thing's changing back and forth, and it's not just Australia, and there's a lot more involved there. It's less TV there. It's more that newspapers and newspaper companies, I mean, Facebook and them are basically, Facebook, Twitter, they're basically making their money off of the print companies. Because everyone's getting their information from the print companies on Facebook or on Twitter. And so they're not making any money. That's why they're all behind paywalls and stuff these days, and half the time you click on a news article and then you gotta pay to see the article, and it's like, well, forget that. Hey Trigger, welcome in. How you doing today? We got black garlic tonight. Starting off with some cookies. Then we'll be progressing on to pizza. And yeah, pizza. Aioli. If only to make aioli to have it around for the fact that I still have hot dogs in the house, and it was a cool thing to make with garlic. No, I did not make black garlic. It's a long-term process. As the can here says, they've been cooked for 90 days. Come on, focus. There we go. 90 days in a controlled heat chamber. And so I had a more traditional garlic clove that was done that way, and I put about a full garlic clove in these cookies, and we got about another garlic clove here hanging out, which, if you guys don't like peeling garlic, this is a whole new level of pain here. But I also got these guys, these individual ones, which I popped one of those open and checked that out early, but these are all one giant cloves. These are a different type of variety of garlic. Typically they don't sell these a lot because they're milder garlic. They don't have as much of a flavor to them. But roasting them, they're probably great. Yeah, really low and really slow. There's our oven ready. Finish giving this a good scrub out. How's the lighting, everyone? Everyone think the lighting looks okay? Like I said, I changed the light bulbs today. We've gone from, you know, bright blue, white lights to a little bit more golden in color. Leah, I don't know if I'm going to chomp down on a whole garlic clove. regardless of this can wants to sell you. I don't even know what that translates to. So let's put the cookies in the oven. Oops. Give me a minute here. I'm going to try and figure out this earbud situation. Figure out why it's not working for me. I think they're using the same one. I think it's got the same things on it as the other one. It's got interchangeable inner cups and outer holder ring on the earbud. I think they're the same on both now. Meh. There's better things to focus your time on. It's just modern day gambling. Battle time. I can see that, Hooverman. There's people that view older currencies and just don't understand the concept of distributed ledger. Distributed ledger is here to stay. Bitcoin, who knows which one of those is really going to win out? I mean, it's probably actually going to be a government-backed one at some point, regardless of Uber. Okay, so those are in the oven. Those are going to need another 13 minutes or so, I'm guessing. What's our bake time and then instructions? Oh, 8 to 10. Oh, I guess we're at 375, so. Give those 8 more minutes. Clean up the bowl. Clean up some of this stuff here so that we don't have so much of a mess here later. Leo, the Chinese basically already do. The only reason that Bitcoin has survived to this date is not because it's an investment. It's because of crime. There's probably 5 gas stations, if not more, in your city that have Bitcoin ATMs at them, where someone can pirate your info, start up an account, and have an anonymous bank of money. Thank you for that follow, John. Run our battle. Long fight. I'm keeping in it there with the assist, though. Long fight. Ooh, we lost. No bueno. We're gonna keep playing that one. No, my understanding is most of the miners are in China, which means the control of the currency. And I wouldn't be shocked if the US doesn't have ways to actually track all of it anyways. I mean, we've had code crackers for how many decades now? Yep, buns. Okay, so we've done our cookies. Those are in the oven. Those got another 2.5 minutes here. Next up is going to be the aioli, which I'm just going to... Leo, you don't know what you're talking about. The miners control Bitcoin. The majority of miners are Chinese. Separating the yolk from the white here. Sorry, Bun Buns. Yeah, we're talking about money, which is boring. So we're doing our aioli here, which is essentially a mayonnaise. So I'm going to be whipping eggs again. Eggs and oil together again. Oh, shut up. Silly Windows. I thought I disabled that junk. And there's our cookies. They didn't poof up much, but we didn't add any baking powder to them, just baking soda. So we're going to do another decent amount of garlic here. But first we're going to whip this up first. But first. Thank you, Uber. Small amount of garlic. Small amount of oil. A lot of garlic. Small oil. Now, both the beard and my hair are sort of a rebellion of no longer being in a professional kitchen location. You don't really want long hair in a professional cooking situation. I'm just cooking for myself here, so it's not that end. You know, it's not the end of the world. It's not a big deal. But you're working somewhere like a hotel or something like that, you want your hair a little bit more either confinable or my hair has never looked nice either, though. I mean, it doesn't matter if I take a shower in the morning, I still get the "did you shower" comments. I still don't know what the hell the deal is with this earbud. Why it won't fucking stay in my ear. It was a bit heavy on the oil there. It was still okay though. Music stopped again. No, I agree, Huberman, but sometimes there's people you can't get rid of in your life. Tired of this bowl popping. I don't know what you guys think, but it's making way more noise than I want it to. One meme is that bun buns. Bun buns. There's too many of them these days. Put it in the Discord then. Well, I don't know, maybe it's not appropriate for Discord either. Add a slight touch of water here. Just a little bit of water. Didn't realize we weren't on the board there. A little bit of water in there. I'll loosen it all up. I don't really have a great setup to be answering whispers during the stream, though. I can pull up Discord, but... I don't know, do you guys keep your Twitch friends list really tight to date? I mean, I've been here on Twitch, oh, what, about 9 months now? And, I've sort of kept my friends list as almost entirely people that I know or people that I've known online for a long period of time. Thank you, we're getting there. I'm waiting for it to just tighten up just this little bit more from after adding the water. Still not quite there. We're going to have to do one, maybe two more additions of oil before we're done. I guess we should probably add some good oil since we're doing aioli. Nice. So we add a little extra virgin in there as well. Not just the cheapo sunflower. Okay, a little more oil. Still not there. Grinding crates. That sounds like fun. What does that involve? From what limited knowledge I have of GTA, I'm picturing you moving boxes around over by the dock. Nice, Hoover. Okay, we're starting to get thick enough. Here that I think we can move on to adding the garlic. Let's try the bigger one this time. Yep, that one spreads just as well. Don't have to worry about that much. You can buy it, like I have here, in whole cloves, or whole heads of garlic. And these are, you can either do it like these, which these were heads, more traditional like garlic, so these are like your normal garlic clove. After I spent a considerable amount of time cleaning these up. Or you can use these ones, which these are just a different variety of garlic but treated the same way. And I didn't roast them, but they are control heated in a heat chamber for 90 days. And you can just, since they're roasted, they're a little bit smaller than the skins there. You can just peel open the skin. Get yourself a little, like, hazelnut of garlic there. Welcome in, madam. And then, yeah. You can buy regular garlic that's like this too. It's much rarer. It's a much milder garlic. It's typically not sold a ton for normal home use. But you can find them like this too if you go out searching for them. Doing this basically kills all the harshness words that bite the heat that you get off the garlic, and leaves all of the real rich flavor of the garlic. So we're going to do all of this in our aioli. We're going to go heavy in our aioli. I got this on Amazon for $10. So it's not cheap, but it's not outrageous either. Should add that third camera there so you can see those cookies we already made. Well, tonight, if you guys are new in here, if anyone hasn't been to my stream before, here on Wednesdays, I hold a ingredient challenge, or I have an ingredient challenge. Tonight's is black garlic. So I'm cooking with black garlic as an ingredient in all of the dishes for tonight. So those cookies back there on the stove all have black garlic in them. We have our aioli. I'm going to be doing some pizza. Have a good one, Huberman. Thank you for stopping by. Going to be doing pizza a bit later. I got to make the sauce for the pizza first, but we're going to use black garlic for the sauce. And, yeah, and then we've also got, what was the last one? Oh, hot chocolate with black garlic. But this is our aioli for me having around the home here. I don't know why I still have that on, but actually I should put the... let's cancel it for the moment. Let's package up the aioli. Aioli. I can hear people cringing now at my pronunciation. Oh, actually we want a little acid in there. We want some salt. I didn't season this at all. Yep, Botita. So we got a little vinegar in there, just a little spike. Actually, probably should have put balsamic in there. Salt. MSG. Nice. Yeah, I've had a couple of colorful whisks. I still have my old one over there. I retired some other ones because, well, whisks don't last all that long. Either the wires start pulling out, or usually that's what happened, actually. But salt, pepper, MSG. Anything else we want to add into this? Tempted to add some normal garlic powder in there, but I think I'm going to put a little onion powder in there. Yeah, we'll leave it with that. I think I keep saying we'll leave it with that, but and then going back for more, but we'll leave it with that for this time. Let's see if I got the old ones over here still. Before if I get rid of those. Yeah, this is my old rainbow whisk. New one's a little bit more of a rainbow than the new ones. It's a good month to like rainbows. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe it's Pride Month. There we go. Aioli. Which should be just like black garlic mayo. That's got some potency to it. As I was saying before, this stuff is powerful. It almost sort of reminds me a little bit of... It's sweet, it's potent, doesn't have really any of the heat of garlic, but it's got everything else that garlic brings to the table. And, but at the same time, sort of like truffles, it's a nice flavor, but it's so potent, it's so complex, that it overwhelms. See what we got here for a cookie. You didn't get a very good... That didn't zoom in well for you. It's a cookie. I think I might have to come back to review and critique these. There's definitely garlic there, but it's sort of well melded in with everything there. And after having this, it's a little hard to discern what we got going there. Got a battle coming up, so. Let's see here. Check what Bun Buns was talking about earlier, because I saw her whisper now. His, her. I'm sorry, I don't know. Oh, I forgot to hydrate. Someone told me to hydrate a while back there. Who was that? Mando, sorry. If you're able to watch and are watching, cheers. It's a little windy out tonight. Bato. We gonna do it this time? I think we got this one. Rogues already took out all the chests. Down to the last dragon here. Suki with the kills. McMargo with the assist. McMargo? Did I say Mario there? It sounded like I said Mario there to me. McMargo, welcome in. Victory. Edgy Hercules with the 50 gold. I'm not seeing the cards on this one. I see power-ups, the 2 power-ups that we have. But I don't see any of the cards that add mobs to the field, so I don't know. That was in the intro to it, but we'll see here in 30 minutes. Do a quick cleanup here after we're done with our aioli. before we move on to shaping pizza dough and making our pizza sauce, which we're doing like a bechamel type sauce for our pizza tonight, not a tomato sauce tonight. Tomato sauce is Friday when we're doing lasagna. As big as my oven. Well, we'll see. I am hoping to make it that large, but the more I think about it, this is quite a large piece of lasagna. There's quite a lot going into this. But I've bought most of everything that I think I need for it. It's just a matter of, am I actually going to fill out this pan? Speaking of that, did I really buy everything I need for this? No, I didn't. I need to do more shopping for Friday. Which is not great because I thought I had spent what I intended to spend for most of this weekend. Pizza dough. Running out of places to put things. That's fine, I'll just leave that there. Pizza stone going in the oven. Hopefully not my earbud this time. Wow, how can these two earbuds be so different in how they fit in my ear? So we got our pizza dough. This is enough for hopefully 3 pies. That's the intent here. I followed Jim Leahy's no knead dough again, but I did a half batch compared to what I did last time. So I did, see if I can pull this up again. I think it was 500 grams of flour. Yeah, 500 grams of AP. Although I used double O. His recipe is AP. I use double O, which is more of a pizza flour or pasta flour. So we're squeezing these together into a nice ball. We're going to flip them over. And right on top of that garlic that we still got chilling on the board. I'm going to ball this up over here because of the garlic. When you're balling, you sort of want it to stick sort of to the table. Because you want to use that sticking to the table to help ball it into a ball. Because you're half providing pressure down to the table with like where your thumb is, and then using the rest of the fingers to circle it into a ball so that you have a solid piece of dough. There's no folds into that. There's no Hey, Epic Wolfie. Welcome in. We'll let these rest once again while we make our sauce. And I'm only going to do 2 of these, I think, tonight. And the other one's going to be a leftovers for some future night. Probably tomorrow. And so we'll put a little bit of dust down here in the front of the table. I don't know if you can fully see that. You can see a little bit of it. But the front foot of this table is light coat of flour over the top of them, because we're going to throw a towel over the top of them. How's your night going, Epic Wolfie? What'd you have for dinner? Or what are you having for dinner? We're obviously having black garlic tonight. Hey, Head Mama Bear. Hopefully you're having a lovely evening as well. So you can see we're sort of slowly swirling that into a... That one isn't quite there. Nice, Epic Wolfie. I was watching Lando Norris and Albon and Dr. Lupo all play Minecraft earlier during Twitch Rivals. They did a 25k Twitch Rivals contest for charity. Sort of awesome. I enjoyed watching that. Or rather, AFKing through most of it. I was doing other stuff around home. Like I said, I pretty much always have streams up. Okay, towel back over those so they don't completely dry out. What spoon, Epic Wolfie? Soup joint? Put playing in pans. for our pizza sauce. Gonna start with the roux. Ooh, Chinese. I really sort of am craving some Chinese. There isn't a great Chinese takeout around me. There's a couple of decent Chinese places in Sonoma County, but not near me. So it has been over a year, I think, since I've had decent Americanized Chinese food. So we're adding about 2 tablespoons of butter to the pan in the back there. We'll get that warming up. And pull our whisk back out. We're going to use this once again. It's about all we got left for buffets these days. Buffets were like the shit when I was a kid. But now, like, Old Country Buffet, the one that Hometown that I think supplanted that, they're both gone. Soup Plantation's gone. It's basically like Ryan's Steakhouse and Chinese fast food these days, or Chinese buffet these days. Welcome back, Lexi. Oh, hey! I just happen to have some chicken stock available. So do a little chicken stock in there. This is just to start. We're going to have to add a bunch of milk in here too. Waiting for this to just like instantly thicken, which it will. As soon as it gets to that magical, yeah, we already starting there on the lower parts of the. There we go. Starting to thicken up now. Now we're getting up to temp. Sort of like a switch, it just starts thickening. And then because I have buttermilk around the house to use up, we're going to use buttermilk for our sauce tonight. Actually, let's give this a little bit of a shake out. Add a little oregano and basil. And onion powder. And just a slight hit of cayenne. Lastly, decent amount here, like the rest of this, going into that sauce. You don't have to go as heavy as I'm going with this tonight. You could easily get as much flavor out of it. I'm trying to like pack this full of black garlic flavor tonight. You don't need to go this heavy. So they do nicely just smear, break down almost completely. I mean, they're just like they're completely cooked. There's nothing left to them other than great flavor. Black garlic is garlic. Like the stuff that I have smashed up here was a more traditional like clove. Or you can buy larger cloves like this. Maybe you've seen them like this. This is a single clove of garlic. It's not a head of garlic. And they are sealed in a heat chamber, in a controlled heat chamber for 90 days. So it's very slow, very low heat over 90 days. And so it all turns black, not from caramelization, but from Maillard reaction. Much the same thing that colors your proteins when you sear them. It's not sugar cooking, it's amino acid reaction. So we gotta leave that on a low flame here to just simmer here for the next 20 minutes or so. Finish cooking that roux out. But this is our pizza sauce tonight, folks. Maybe lightly on the thin side there, but it'll thicken up here as it cooks over the next 20 minutes. So, I told you how it's made, but I didn't really explain what black garlic is at the same time. What it does when it's cooked like that is it takes out garlic, especially if you buy like fresh garlic at a farmer's market, or if you buy what's known as hard nut garlic, which you don't really find in supermarkets that often. Vast majority of garlic that you see this stuff here, this is a soft neck garlic, and what differentiates a soft neck from a hard neck is this has got sort of like almost like a green onion. It's got a shoot that goes out the center of it where it flowers, and that's sort of like the root structure to it. The stem coming off of that in hard neck garlic is like a stem of, it's like a piece of wood. It's solid. The vast majority of garlic that you find in supermarkets is sort of like a tubular, made of multiple layers, sort of like I was saying, like green onion or something along that line. That's what's soft, the difference between those two. And soft garlic tends to be a lot milder, a lot more general purpose. You can get hard neck garlic that's like as spicy as peppers. You can have some royal heat coming off of hard neck garlic, which you can find specialty. I mean, if you got a specialty supermarket or if you go to farmers markets, you can typically find it there. This takes that garlic and then removes that like heat element or that bite element to it, much like peppers have, much like that. So you have all the deep, rich, concentrated flavors of garlic, but it doesn't have that like bite to it. So it's great for things like I'm using it here with chocolate in 2 locations, both with the hot cocoa and with the chocolate chip cookies we already made. If you guys are just joining us, we made some chocolate chippers with black garlic in them. You can't hardly tell other than the dough is a little bit darker of a color. And it also works for this. Let's read their description on what it's like. This all-natural process. What's natural about cooking something for 90 days? Breaks down the enzymes in the fresh garlic without additives or preservatives. This heat-aged superfood. It's food. It's not superfood. Brings a punch of flavor. It's sweet and savory umami taste. Umami, MSG. With hints of balsamic vinegar. The smell of it is like if you've ever condensed balsamic vinegar before. It's like straight up balsamic vinegar. And garlicky notes. So, it's rich, it's heavy, it's complex. Probably not a great, like, straight black garlic thing, but great to add into things, like I did with the aioli, like we're doing with the sauce here. Trying to plan out what else I need to get going here. What do you guys think? Should I add some Italian sausage to the pizza tonight? Black olives? What should all I add? What did I say that I'm adding? I didn't say anything that I'm adding there. But while we're here, why don't we do the Discord? We haven't set up our vote for next week here. We had Black Garlic obviously win with the 9 votes here. Ooh. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for that raid, DJ Greenlight. Welcome in. We're working with Black Garlic tonight. We got a variety of things going on. We're doing... I've already made chocolate chip cookies with black garlic in there, which you can't really too much tell other than the dough looks a bit darker in color. I mixed it in really early, and so it's really well incorporated throughout the cookies. What we got going on the stove here is our pizza sauce. We got what would normally be a white cream sauce with a harsh garlic flavor to it. This time we have a light cream sauce with a ton of black garlic in there. So that's going well. That's slowly cooking. We started that off with a roux, so we got to cook the flour out of that a little bit. And I was just debating what else we needed to work on here. We also got our aioli that I made up a bit earlier. This we're just saving for future use, but sort of like a mayonnaise made with dark garlic in there. Trying a bunch of different things here. And I was just about to start up my new Discord vote here so that we can vote for next week's ingredient challenge. And I think we didn't have any threes unless that's changed since I last looked. We haven't had a whole lot of people in here voting for items to add into the votes lately. So it looks like it's going to be canned green beans versus matcha powder. And that'll be for March 10th. So what were we doing tonight, DJ Greenlight? What was the stream? What were we finishing up tonight? Calicci's. None of these are really matcha powder. That's sort of matcha powder like. So you guys want to have your chance to vote on this, you have to join in the Discord. This vote will go until Monday. And you guys can vote by reacting with either one of these. Whether you want the canned green beans or the matcha powder to win. And please feel free to come in here and give some votes for future editions here. We got to delete our old ones so these don't stay on the list. So unless you guys come in here and make some suggestions and do some votes, it looks like it's going to be LaCroix versus Coffee Grounds for next week. So please come in and change that up. Give me something interesting to work with. We got some really interesting stuff down here towards the bottom. This is all the old stuff that we've already weeded through already. And I don't think we have all that much new elsewhere here since last week. Do a quick ad break here before our next Stream Raiders battle. Shrimp Verde. Cameron's Calichis. Now I remember Calichis as being like a. Maybe I'm thinking the wrong thing here, or pronouncing that wrong, or reading it wrong. But to me, those are like stuffed rolls. But Shrimp Verde doesn't jive with that at the same time. Do you mean like herb shrimp stuffed rolls, or put those away later? It is Shrimp Verde. So I think I want to saute up a little sausage to go up with our pieces, but I was sort of debating what else I want to throw in there too. We got potentially black, well, we're definitely putting black garlic on there. We're definitely adding cheese on there. But I'm thinking Italian sausage and maybe black olive. What do you guys think? Victory. Suki with the kills. John and HR, our new follower, with the assists. Suki with the 50 gold. Congrats. And on to the boss. Boss level. Just a regular loyalty boss, though, not a super loyalty boss. And I'm gonna put my guy there. What we got up over here? Flying archers. Archers. Spearman. Okay, so maybe support and other melee here with me, and then a couple rogues over here to go after all these archers over here that are going to flank us later on. Those are some pretty heavy duty, so we'll probably need quite a few rogues to take those on. But anyways, we'll check that out in 30 minutes. So I'm going to set this off to the side burner here. I think we're going to do a little we're going to heat our oven up to the max. Get this place nice and smoky again. 525 it out, I think, is the max on my oven. But hopefully yours goes a little bit higher. 525 is pretty weak. I mean, like, I would think like 550 is what most ovens go to. And we'll get some Italian sausage going over here. Oh, we also have bacon too, because I didn't do my hot dog yesterday. Gilgamesh was a complete failure yesterday. And I think they were barely open today too. Which, sadly, it was what I sort of half expected, but I was hoping for better. And it looks like it's going to be a lost cause, as far as I'm concerned. That will be used up on Friday. Wonder what it says about storing this after you open it. Keeping cool and dry place. I was curious because, I mean, it had a can lid. It was actually, like, sealed when I bought it. Do I have another one down here? Nope, I need to buy more. Out of my normal scrubber. I normally keep a, like, normal scrubby or something to agitate things, and then I keep this as more like my soap applicator. But it does a little scrubbing. I also don't like adding a ton of soap to my cutting board itself, considering I regularly oil it, and mostly what I'm doing here with dish soap is removing oils. But I finished off the other one dealing with cleaning the lights because, I mean, you pull the lights apart to replace the light bulbs, might as well give them a clean and get rid of the bugs and stuff that get stuck in the light. So I threw out the scrubby that I used for cleaning the lights. Thank you, Lexi, for extending through April. I appreciate that. Thank you for the sub. And bit of salt here to our sauce. A little MSG. And pepper. I feel like I already have seasoned this, but I gave it a taste there and it needed more. It's potent though. It's definitely garlic too. It doesn't have that bite. It's sort of weird. It doesn't have that bite of the garlic, but it's garlic. Oops. That works awesome. Cutting the heat off on that now. We'll call that good. See, when we started off, this was looking a little too thin for a pizza sauce. I think that's just about perfect now. So we'll start shaping our first piece of dough here. Not making the world's biggest pizzas here tonight. We can go a little bit larger than this, though. That looks like a good, decent-sized pie. What do you guys think? What do you all think? Keep using that stupid word. Throw some flour down here on my cutting board that I'm going to use as my pizza peel. I was lazy pre-ordering my mozzarella slice because, well, lasagna. Need our Parmesan out here too. Let's do some black olives too. Why, hello there, Miss Lisa Face. How goes the Miss Lisa Face universe? You finished your Jurassic Park painting? Full of garlic. Garlic's in everything tonight. Even the cookies. Cookies. Black garlic and chocolate chip cookies. So we got our first of our pizzas here. And need to chop up a little olive for our topping. Quartering the olives. I don't know if you can see if my hand's blocking it or not. They're sort of small. Well, black garlic has been, according to these guys, what they do is they put it in a sealed heating chamber for 90 days. So it's cooked low and slow for 90 days. And so it is completely cooked through. Additionally, that cooking, it kills a lot of the, like, you can get, like, pepper heat out of garlic, and this kills a lot of that and leaves you with this really rich, really complex, really, it can be overpowering flavor, almost along the lines of balsamic. Potent stuff. And so this is what it's done to a bechamel. This is nothing but cream and thickened cream, little chicken stock, and black garlic. That's going to be our pizza sauce. I wouldn't say sweet. I mean, compared to garlic it is. But it's more sweet that it doesn't have that bite that garlic normally does. But it plays well with chocolate, which I still haven't gotten to making my hot chocolate yet tonight. I'm doing hot chocolate with garlic, black garlic. My advice is this stuff spreads so easy, it's so nice and smooth. Probably make a nice face treatment. You know, help clean up that skin. I mean, people love using garlic for all those home remedy things, you know, silly things like putting them in your socks and stuff like that. I'm sure that would do great as a face ointment. Yeah, you could wear it around all day too. Smell great. Be like perfume. Trying to figure, I'm sitting here, I'm like, what do I do next? What do I do next? What do I do next? Let's get stuff out of my way. Got our oven at 425, so basically waiting for that pizza stone to fully heat up. It's time for me to reposition my earbud for the 5,000th time this stream. Not really, Miss Lisa Face. Been rather uneventful around here lately. That's a good thing, though, because the events I have been having in the last year and a half I haven't really enjoyed. Got a wedding invitation to a wedding that I'd really like to go to, but I'm not going to because there's no chance I'm getting vaccinated by then. And especially since, you know, I'm not exactly essential services here. Not a doctor or emergency person. And they actually completely shut off vaccines for new patients here in Sonoma recently. Because we haven't been getting a lot of new ones lately compared to the rest of the state. So that's going on. But other than that, I don't know. I sort of doubt it. What makes it even more of a bummer is I know that probably parts of my family that don't care about it are going to be going, and there's a fair number of the older members of my family that have already been vaccinated that are probably going to go, and so I get to be that small little contingent of people that, you know, Frady Cat can't go. Yeah, and I mean, in all reality, I don't need the vaccine right off. I mean, it makes sense that I'm not the first candidate to get it. But, I mean, I probably could. The problem is I'm not incorporated. I'm not a business. I could probably fudge it and say that I'm in food industry, but at the same time, I hate that. I hate people lying and using names to get ahead in life, and it's what largely killed my business. Trying to compete against people that didn't care about health laws and stuff like that when I did. So it's frustrating. Okay, so we're gonna make our first pie here. Well, excuse you, Sink. We're going heavy with our garlic sauce. Especially since it's a nice thick sauce, it's not gonna run all over the place. And so there goes our first pie here. Come on, shake for me. There we go. Moving on the board even. There we go. In the oven. Dropped my earbud doing it. Sorry for the starting and stopping of music. So, bit more flour on our, oops, not a bit more flour on our peel. We need the peel to pull it back out. So we'll set that over there. We need this place to put our pizza back. We're gonna grab a fresh bag and hide this last pizza ball that I'm going to use some other day. This is all blues and funk mostly. But there's several free services you can use that are royalty free, like Monster Music. Let's see what other ones. What was the one that I used to use before this? Which the Harris Heller one. Pretzel and Epidemic and oh, what do I enjoy off stream? A little bit of everything, but a lot of blues, a lot of funk, a lot of stuff like Floyd, old school rock. Not a huge like I don't even really know most of the stuff that's happened here in the last decade and a half in music. I just haven't been paying attention. I used to when I was younger, in junior high, high school. Played all sorts of instruments back then, but I got burnt out on it and never got back into actual playing. I enjoy it, but yeah. What instruments I do have are on the other side of the country with my folks. But I used to play cornet, which is sort of like a small trumpet. And I moved on to baritone and then tuba. So I had to learn both treble and bass scales. It really doesn't really matter the art. For me, I actually prefer people that are performing the art, not just like there's a lot of decent loopers here on Twitch. There's a lot of good music here on Twitch. But I have less appreciation for the people that are just sitting there making tons and tons of loops and just overlapping stuff than I do for those that are doing actual music and conducting actual pieces and or developing their own music. Another 5 minutes on that first pizza. Let's roll out that other piece of dough here, though, and have that ready for us when that comes out. Happier with the dough this time around. Did a better job with the dough this time than the first time. Which, I mean, it's probably true for anyone that's doing this. But like for artists, I have a more appreciation for those that are doing actual art instead of just, oh, here's some shapes on a piece of paper. Or I have appreciation for real. I've never been a fan of nonfiction stuff. Like, nonfiction books never been my thing. Or fiction books never been my thing. This one's getting mighty thin. Like here on Twitch, Autopilot is great looper here on Twitch. I mean, he's amazing. He's like, I think he's on British time, so he does like late night British stuff. I listen to Very Handsome Billy like practically every night. I hang out in his stream. He has a great stream. Fantastic Plastics puts on quite a show. Sometimes they're a little bit too much for me, but if you like 80s music, they are the epitome of 80s music. Trying to think of... And then we have all the other lovely musicians that I've been watching forever from Mixer, like CF Live, The Wizzle Effect. Who else did I watch from... There's a couple others that I'm forgetting, and I apologize if they're hanging out and I've forgotten them. There's quite a few. There's a ton of... Like, I had one that just annoyed me earlier today. I was on the Twitch main page, and they had a DJ on there that was just like... The music's playing, and he's just sitting there acting. He's not even playing the games of playing with buttons that are doing nothing that half of them do. He's just sitting there, like, waving his hands, and it's like... What are you doing? You're just playing music. they're prevalent here on Twitch. The DJs that just sit there and look pretty. Right up there with the just chatting ladies. For those that are, I have a couple viewers that I don't think are regular Twitch viewers. What I'm referring to, so there's a contingent of those hanging out and just chatting that maybe of the adult star type, and they're more there to advertise their shows elsewhere. How we doing on our battle? We're ready for another Stream Raiders battle here? Or? Yeah, we are. And I've completely missed that. Let's do our ad and our stream battle. Let's take a look at this pizza. I think I want to give that another moment. It's certainly looking like a black garlic pizza, though. I'll tell you that much, guys. Ladies, everyone out there. Another 20 seconds here till we get everyone back and start the battle. Pizza should be ready here when we're done finishing this battle up. Close battle here. A lot of us died in this one. We still got our healers, though. Victory. Edgy Hercules with the kills. John getting the assists. Let's see who gets the scroll. Suki with the scroll. Boss defeated. Let's do one more map tonight. I think we'll do the center row here. Let's see what this pizza's looking like. That's a pizza. I think I'm gonna go heavier on the cheese on this second one. It looks like there's not even any cheese on that thing. Guys, a close-up. I mean, look at that. Holds its shape. Solid piece of dough. Cooked on the bottom. I'm afraid to turn that thing over, but... oh yeah, we're cooked on the bottom nicely. So I'm going to go a little heavier on the cheese with round 2 here. Thanks for all the hype on the pizza. I think I'm going to about double up on the cheese here on this second one. It's all of our black olive that I chopped. And we'll do the last of the Italian sausage on this one too. So we've done about approximately a quarter pound of sausage on each of these pies. We'll hit it up with some heavy Parmesan again. I will say one of the advantages to a microplane is the fluffiness of the cheese that you get off of a microplane. It just adds so much more volume. It looks so much more impressive when you grate it and you're using much less cheese. This is looking like a barbecue pizza to me. Okay. Gotta get you sliding before we move over to the pizza. Figures, put a pizza in the oven, lose my earbud. Sort of like the winning prize for putting it in. Pumpernickel. That was a good guess. So let's see what we got here. Little sag going on there, but that's cooked. That's a good time. Nice bubbles going on there. Keep my burn out of the photo there. Nice crisp. Went a little bit longer on the bake this time than I have in the past couple times I've tried doing this. I was closer to a 12-minute cook. Yummy. A little extra sauce. And in recent true fashion for myself, I haven't taken a photo of this deliciousness. These are our black garlic and chocolate chip cookies. Let's give you all a close-up on the cookie deliciousness as I try and spill them all on the floor, getting them over to you. chocolate. We need to do our hot chocolate to finish things off for the evening here. Where is my cocoa? I have cocoa here somewhere. There we go. So I'm going to put a whole clove of garlic in this hot chocolate. We're going true to form here for ingredient challenge night. I am going to max out on the ingredients in the dish. I'm going to start by whisking this without the oil in this pan. Got a little oil drip in here from our stove. Under a low heat. Just barely on heat there. Let's measure this out so I don't make a gazillion gallons of milk here. I think we're going to do 2 cups here. Good old whole milk. I was using up some buttermilk that I have in the house earlier with the sauce on the pizza. Speaking of that second pizza, let's take a look at what that's like here. Switch over to my normal earbud here, since it's now charged since the beginning of the stream. Oh wow, we got some beautiful color on this one as well. That sauce just bleeds through. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? Lost a cookie. Not in love with this cheese that I bought. This cheese seems to be mostly oil-based here. That oil is from that cheese. Got our chocolate milk going on here. While we're here, I'm going to add a bit more Parmesan over the top. A bit more green onion. Or rather, some green onion for a garnish. Use up the last that I chopped here. Get a photo of this. Happy with those. Continue whisking up our cream or our milk and our black garlic, which I don't think this is blending up perfectly, but it'll do. Ghirardelli cocoa, the last of our guitar dark chocolate that I didn't use in the cookies. A little bit of a couple flakes of salt in there. And I add some sugar into this too. Just regular good old white sugar. I want to try this first. I wrote on my, I think in the Discord, maybe with some alcohol for this. The main hesitation that I have is I don't know what alcohol I would put with this. I was sort of thinking I would add a little bourbon, which I have some bourbon. But I don't know about the bourbon with the garlic, so I wanted to make this up and then give it a shot. Pizza. I'm happy about this. This is... yeah. Wow, and we did all this tonight without completely smoking out my house and with the fan on low and no extra fans on. Like, sometimes I say I'm turning on other fans in the house. I've got a fan with my laundry, and I got a fan in the bathroom. And so sometimes I turn all three on just to keep the smoke down in the house. Still getting, I think it's the chocolate that's sticking. I hope it isn't the garlic. I hope I've gotten most of the garlic mixed in there, but I'm slightly worried that we got a chunk of garlic in this that's just not combining. I am going to strain this into a mug. Let's get a mug warmed up first here. I think this looks a little bit more like a hot chocolate mug than my normal coffee mug. It's like that cheese that I put on top of these pizzas just disappeared. Wait until we get warm water with the sink so that this warms up our mug. Don't want to put our hot chocolate in a cold mug and have the mug cool down our chocolate. So let that hang out there for a moment on the counter while we make sure everything's nice and melted into this. No fancy marshmallows or anything tonight with this. I've done fancy hot chocolate here a couple of times now. Yeah, I almost just went straight for the booze, but I want to try this first. Why is that camera not getting the full cutting board here? It's almost like this thing isn't even on the board. let's give this a shot. I mean, like, since I'm trying to find it in there, I can taste the garlic. But it meshes in there with that chocolate damn well. Like, it's a good... I don't know if it's necessarily a... I guess it rounds the chocolate out a bit more. I don't know that I would call it a major improvement. But it works. It's enjoyable. I'm gonna drink all of this. But yeah, let's add a little something in there. Yeah, I'm gonna start our countdown for our battle. I guess I don't need to run an ad at this time because we're not going to be on another 30 minutes, but too late. I have to remember that one next time. I could get used to this. Well, it's... The garlic's pretty much entirely on the aftertaste of it. And it just sort of rounds out the chocolate. Sort of like finishes it up for you. And for anyone else that wasn't in here earlier, we got to do our nice soft cookies. I'm not going to munch on that yet. Battle! We shall go to one less battle tonight. Victory. C-Strap, welcome in. Getting the kills. Edgy Hercules with those assists. Suki and Edgy Hercules with the scrolls. Congrats. And we'll call that a night for just about everything here. We got our hot chocolate, which I think turned out fabulous. Our pizzas are looking lovely. Nice solid, even though it's thin. Like super thin on the pizza. Nice crisp crust. We got our aioli done up earlier that I can use for other projects around home. With our black garlic in there. And we got our cookies, which I think the first one I had of this is pretty damn good. I want to try these after I've done like everything and my palate's been cleansed, because it's like the hot chocolate. It's like the garlic is there, but it half like disappears at the same time too. So I want to wait to give you guys a proper opinion on those cookies. They're definitely not bad. They're definitely good. They're definitely going to disappear. But both the chocolate and the cookies, I'm sort of like, yeah, it works in there and it fits in there. But I don't know that it's necessarily an improvement and worth of the addition, if you get what I mean by that. The pizza's amazing. I mean, it's just full of garlic without that heat, which is amazing because you can just pack it. There's so much garlic in this. That was great. So let's see, who can we give a raid to tonight? I think we're gonna go hang out with a lovely streamer that I've sent you guys off to several times before. I enjoy hanging out in his stream as well. Very relaxed, laid-back stream. Let's go say hello to Mr. Horologist, who is working on breaking down some watches as usual and repairing them. Be a good time. Coming back tomorrow, or Friday, we're doing lasagna big time. Like, I'm literally working on making a custom pan to hold this thing out of some aluminum angle. Gonna try and do a 23-inch long or tall lasagna. So that's gonna be Friday. And more fun here on Sunday. We got the vote going in Discord between green onion or canned green beans and matcha powder for next week's ingredient challenge. So go ahead and give that a vote by Monday and have your say. Please give me some more suggestions. Please give me some more votes in the ingredient suggesting channel. They are needed. They are needed. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you all have a great night. Thank you. Goodbye.